are starting Module 4 today. And as promised, that means brand spanking new books. All the books. All the books. Make sure you have them all. Your Fluency book, numbered 4 through 6. Your Succeed homework book, numbered 4 through 6. Your Learn book, numbered 4 and 5. 6 isn't in here. 4 and 5 are in here. So now, let me ask you, do you have your books? Excellent. We are ready to go now, and you answered my question. And if for any reason you don't have them, you do have paper and pencil backup plans. So now that we have all our books ready, you need first your Fluency Practice Starry Night book. We're going to do an activity called Break Apart Numbers. So basically we're breaking numbers into number bonds. It looks like this, and it's on page number 3. Now we're going to treat it like a sprint, meaning you have 1 minute to do as many as you can, and you're looking at this like, do what? I got you. So these are all different number bonds. They are number bonds. So this represents the number given is the whole for each number bond. And you're breaking it into parts like such. So 0 and 5 make 5. I gave you the first one. When the timer goes, you want to do the other ways to make 5. The 6s, the 7s, the 8s, and the 9s. So yes, that is the first one. I did it for you. You're welcome. Again, we're on page number 3 in our Fluency Practice Starry Night book. We are treating this like a sprint, which means 60 seconds on the clock. Getting the clock ready now. Okay. On your mark, get set, go! Okay. The bell did not chime, but we do see it says time's up, which means stop. Stop what you're doing. All right, we are going to go ahead and check our work and see how we did breaking apart numbers into the different number bonds that exist within each different whole. So let's check our work. Come on. All right, yes, our brand new shiny practice fluency book from modules 4 through 6. Let's go ahead and check the work we just did. Look how tight that is, because brand new, brand new. As I told you, it's on page number 3, and we did the first one together. We said that 0 and 5 make 5. Let's go ahead. Remember, I told you these are number bonds. We're breaking apart numbers. So we're going to write and show all we did. This is what you did. All the ways to make 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So let's go. 1 and 4. 2 and 3. Now, if you had 2 and 3 here and 1 and 4 there, that's fine. Do you have all the same right answers? Okay, that's what you're looking for. So let's keep going. 0 and 6, 1 and 5, 2 and 4, 3 and 3. You see what I'm doing? Where I'm taking 1 from this part and putting it over there each time until I get to matching parts, because it's an even number. Okay, 0 and 7, 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. So there's an odd number, which means we do not have a double, and that is all the ways to make 7. Let's do this. Notice 6 and 7 is the same number of ways. 8 and 9. Let's go. 0 and 8. 1 and 7. 2 and 6. 3 and 5. 4 and 4. Lastly, 0 and 9. 1 and 8. 2 and 7. 3 and 6. 4 and 5. So yes, these are the number bonds that are within each the numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And that does end our fluency activity. Let's go on and continue with the rest of our lesson. Come on. Great job on that fluency activity today, breaking apart the numbers. Let's go ahead and continue with our lesson. We're going to move into our application problem, which, as always, is in the Learn book. What's the name of the picture again? Yes, The Flower Beds in Holland. Ooh. This is oil on canvas on wood, painted by Vincent van Gogh in 1883. Numbers 4 and 5. It's going to be our lesson 1 in this book. It is on page number 3. Page number 3 again, but no, it's a different color 3, which means it's a different book. Remember, I make the page numbers given match the trim of the book. So blue 3 means the blue binding, okay? Now, I'm going to read you the problem. I'm going to give the opportunity for you to work on it. I do that because it's going to pop up and prompt you to answer the question. You're going to try it on your own for a few minutes. You're going to turn in an answer, or you're going to say, I don't know. I do not know. Say something, because that communicates to me that you are interacting and engaging with the video the way I want you to, the way we need you to. I don't want you, I need you to. So that way we have the opportunity to be successful in our new module. So this reads, Joy is holding 10 marbles in one hand and 10 marbles in the other hand. How many marbles does she have in all? Go ahead and read it again if you need to. Draw a picture showing the information and then write an answer to the question. Okay, let me get you, let's see that. All right, now good. We are ready to discuss this. Now, this is how I pictured it. I drew, let's see, Joy's holding 10 marbles in one hand and 10 marbles in the other hand. So I drew little funky hands. They're handish. They got the, right number of fingers. I struggle with the thumb over here, but it's okay. And in each hand, I placed 10 marbles. But did I do them sloppy? No, I organized them neatly into groups of 5, so I could see 5 and 5 is 10. So there's how many marbles in one hand? 10. How many marbles in the other hand? 10, which tells us that we have 10 and 10, or 10 plus 10 is 20. Our word answer, Joy has 20 marbles. Minimum to get this, have a correct answer, your number and your unit or object. You must have written 20 marbles for your answer to be correct. Not just 20, not just marbles. 20 by itself is wrong because this is a word problem. And a word problem needs a word answer. So Joy has 20 marbles is our complete sentence statement answer. Can you tell me again what's the number sentence? Yes. 10 plus 10 equals 20. You have to read through the sentence. All the characters, all the symbols, all the letters, words, and numbers have value and meaning. You have to state them or write them to communicate a complete sentence, being a word sentence or a number sentence. Good job, good job. Okay, now put your book aside just briefly, and I'm gonna get into some directions a little bit. So, like I said, we're going back to adding and subtracting. We got some bigger numbers. Here I have an assortment of cubes, and I want to count my cubes. Should I take these out and count each individual cube, counting by ones? I mean, I could, but is that the best way to do this? I don't think so. I think we can do something better than that. Because, see, if I have them scattered all over the place, what can happen is that I can get confused. I can mess up. I can skip out. So what we're going to do instead is organize them into groups of 10. Ooh, yes. Yes. I'm going to organize them into groups of, what are these called? Groups of 10. So instead of trying to go 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to say 10. Bam. 20. Bam. How many? 30. Cool. And 40. Now, technically, what I have here and what's in my bag are the same value. They possess the same value. It's the same number of cubes. But this is a more organized presentation. This allows me to count it more easily and not lose track. Let's count these the say 10 way. Let's do that the say 10 way, okay? So 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10. 4 groups of 10 is the same as the number 40. Excellent. So now let's practice on page 5. That's a little red 5, which means you need your red trim book. We're going to practice doing this together. We are going to, and I'm going to teach you something about your book. Your math book is your friend. It's not trying to trick you. So, if we see a grouping like such, we are to treat this automatically as a group of 10. We do not need to go and double check and count every marble in the jar. We are, when we see it grouped together, to understand this is 10. Even if we saw what looked like an empty jar or a jar you can't see inside of, that's 10. So like say you go to the store, right? And you pick up a box of markers. It can say 10 on it all day, but are you going to sit there and count and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? You're not. You're going to assume that this is one group of 10. You don't count each individual marker. You know that they're grouped in 10s. It's grouped in 10s, just as in this picture. So, for number 1, here we are. We're going to circle the group of 10. The groups of 10, because sometimes we have more than one group of 10 now. So, circle the groups of 10. Now, for this one, the group of, how many groups of 10 do you see? We see 1 group of 10. We see 2 groups of 10. So 2 10. So say 2 10. That's a 10 way. 2 10. Now we need to count all the ones that didn't make a group of 10. Those are the ones. So 10s and 1s. So 2 10, 2 10, 1, 2 10, 2, 2 10, 3. What's 2 10 3 the regular way? 23. Excellent. Let's keep going. 24, 25, 26. There are 26 marbles. There are 2 groups of 10, so 20, and 6 loose ones, just loose ones lying around. They didn't fill up a jar, so they didn't get a jar. So now, looking at these bundles of balloons, these bundles, show me 10, 10 ones, group of 10. Do I need to count your individual fingers? No, there's still 10 of them. They didn't go anywhere. So with these balloons, do I need to count each individual balloon? No, I need to trust that as presented, it is a group of 10. So let's circle the groups of 10 and then we'll count the loose balloons. So that's like you're at the store. Here's the balloons in a bundle. I gave you one. I gave you one. So these balloons are in groups of 1. So our 1 balloon. So these balloons are groups of 1s. Group of 1. So one little 1 is the loneliest number. That's a song, but I'm not going to keep singing because don't nobody want that. I promise if I asked you would tell me to stop. So we're going to count. How many groups of 10? 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10. So 3, 10, 3 groups of 10 is, you're not sure? Okay, well let's look at our giant record brick. okay? So 10, 2 10, 3 10. 3 groups of 10 is also 10, 20, 30. So there's 30 some odd balloons. We say some odd because we haven't counted the ones yet. So 30, 30. So let me switch back to counting my ones one at a time. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. There are 38 balloons. Excellent. Now we're going to count straws. What's our rule about bundles? Bundles are groups of 10. So we're going to count the groups of 10, and then we're going to count the rest of the individual, counting by 1 straws. So count by 10s. 10, 20, 10, 20. Now, let's switch to count the little ones. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There are 25 straws. There are 25 straws. Excellent. Now for question 4, we're removing the objects and we're viewing it as groups of 10. Groups of 10. So this, we see 1 10, we see 2 10. Now, if I turn this on its side, is this still a group of 10? It is. I didn't add or subtract any. This is still a group of 10. I didn't put any more, didn't take any away. So when I turn this one on its side, does this become less or more? Neither. It is still a group of 10. These are groups of 10. By clicking them together, by bundling them, grouping them together, that is our communication that I am to treat this as 10. 10. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Loose, bundle. Ones, 10s. So we're going to count this and we see we have 1 group of 10, 2 groups of 10, 3 groups of 10. So 3 groups of 10. The say 10 way, 3, 10. The regular way, 30. So keep counting. So are we still going 10 at a time or 1 at a time? 1 at a time. So 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. There are 39 cubes. Now, if I took apart all these cubes and I counted each individual one, I'm going to take one away so it's true. If I counted all these little cubes, right? All these cubes and I took count each one, would I still get the same answer? I would, yes, I would still get the same answer. Excellent. So that tells us that what we're doing is we're making groups. We're making groups to simplify our counting. I told you the numbers were going to get bigger, didn't I? Yes. Groups of 10. The numbers are getting bigger. We are now officially no longer stopping at 20. We are going up to 40. Oh, we're going up to 40, guys. Yay. So let's practice with a few more. This time, we want to indicate the number bond. So in these examples, it's all all snap cube pictures. It's all pictures of snap cubes. I really hope I'm going to be able to get you guys some more snap cubes. I haven't worked that one out yet, but I'm going to try, okay? But matter of fact, let me know. Let me know if you need more snap cubes. Let your grown-up know to let me know, or you let me know that you need some more snap cubes, and I'm going to try and figure something out, okay? Okay. So, for like number 7, what we're going to do, we're going to count them up. So, what many is that? No, I'm not counting each one. I know this is a group of 10. So, 10, 20, 30? No. 10, stretch it because you're counting 10 at a time. Now we're counting 1 at a time. 21, 22, 23, 24. So what is my whole? How many cubes are there? There are 24 cubes. There are 24 cubes. And now, the same way we did with teen numbers, where we had 10 and some ones, well, now we have tens, plural, and some ones. How many groups of 10 are here? 2. Good. So 2 groups of 10 and 4 ones. Is that correct? No, because right now it says my parts are 2 and 4, and 2 and 4 only make 6. They do not make 24. This 2 is not the correct value. The value of these 2 sticks is 20. The value, how many pieces there are, how much that is worth, is 20. We just clicked them together because it's easier to count that way. It is 20 and 4. 2 groups of 10. Because if I had 2 tens in money, and so if I say I have 2 tens, 2 $10 bills, right? And I have 4 singles, right? And I give it to you, and you try to give me $6 back because you give me two ones and 4 ones. Something's not right. Those don't match. So in answering the final question, there are 24 cubes. Now, looking at number 8, look at how they're set up. Are all the 10s grouped together? They are not. And this is something that will apply later, where we'll treat this as one part and we'll treat this as the other part. Okay? That's going to become addition sentences later, like next week later. But for us, for today, we're just figuring out the wholes. So in this instance, we want to count up group all the 10s together, and then group the 1s together. Like, I can show you that. Hold on. Let me see if I have enough pieces. I think I do. Let me see. Can you see that? Okay, good. Not put it in the middle of those numbers. So this was the picture that we were just given, okay? This is the picture that we were just given. And what I'm telling you to do when you count them, I want you to say 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. We've seen before when adding, rearranging the pieces to make an easier problem doesn't change the value of the whole. Does not change the value of the whole. So for this question, even though they're grouped like such, the whole is still 36. We found it to be 36. There are 36 cubes. So, breaking that down into 10s and 1s, how many groups of 10 are there? There are 3 groups of 10. What is the value of 3 groups of 10? 3, 10, the regular way is 30. And how many loose cubes did we say there were? You don't remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. That's the answer. 3 10s and 6 1s is 30 and 6 to make 36. Good. Now, number 9. Number 9, how many is that? How many groups of 10 do you see? I see 1 group of 10. 1 group of 10, just like your fingers, is 10. That's 1 group of 10. Excellent. So, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There are 17 cubes. And this is what we're most familiar with, the teen number. So, group of 10 and 7 loose ones. Excellent. So a group of 10 and 7 ones, there are 17 cubes. The same thing we did before, only now we have more groups of 10. How about this one without even counting it? How many groups of 10 are there? There are 2 groups of 10. 2 groups of 10, the same way is 2, 10. 2, 10, the regular way, 20. So that means 20 is the value, how many are in the form of tens. And how many are just loose all over the place by themselves? Loose ones, single ones, all alone. 3. Excellent. Now I'm not going to count all of them. What is 20 and 3? 20 and 3 is 23. There are 23 cubes. There are 23 cubes. 23 is my whole. If you don't believe me, just count. Don't believe me, just count. There are 23 cubes. Great work, guys. Now, this was what we did together on the front and the back, so page 5 and 6 in our, as a reminder, this is the book we were working in. Now is the part that you work by yourself. So don't close out the Nearpod. Just let it sit in the back, out of your way, because what happens when you guys do that is it sends me a report that you did it, but you didn't do it, that you're incomplete, and that's not good. Make sure, now that you're going to pause and do your work in your book, you come back where you have this in the background so you know your exit ticket. So your problem set in your Learn book, the flower beds at Arliss. All right, Holland, flower beds in Holland. What's at Arliss? Oh, the bedrooms at Arliss. The flower beds are in Holland. Sorry, flower beds, flower beds, flower beds. 4 and 5. That symbol means and. It's an ampersand. Page number 5, front and back. You are going to do exactly what we've been doing. Circling groups of 10, making number bonds. Representing how many of objects and snap cubes are present. Taking note that if something is bundled up in a group, that's automatically a group of 10. Your book is not trying to trick you. Like here we've got pictures of peanuts. We don't need to count each individual peanut. They get bagged in groups of 10. Just like these markers in the store. No one's picking them up, opening it and saying, no one's counting. This says 10. We trust and believe this is a group of 10. Same thing applies in our math book. Bunch of grapes? Nope, don't count all the grapes. A bunch is 10. A crate of apples? A crate is 10. Is 10 each and every time. So page number 5, front and back. Once you're done with that, you have your exit ticket. Your exit ticket has been broken, because there's 4 questions. It has been broken into 4 individual draw slides so that you have room to work and write your numbers neatly, respond neatly, representing the whole and the parts being the groups of 10 and the 1. So 10s and 1s are our parts for this, okay? 10s and 1s are our parts for this. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure that you see that slide that says tap to start over. That's how you know you made it to the end. If you don't see tap to start over, you're not done, guys. But no, if you have any questions or just getting acclimated back to your Nearpod after what, 3 days? Let me know so I can help you guys. All right, but that is all I have for you today. I'm glad that we can start Module 4 together, and I'll see you later. Bye.